The reason why they want you to hate black women so much is because black women aren't scared of white men. That's it.
Now I know when you two mad, like you wasn't all the way attracted to Rodney when you first met. You weren't feeling him, not attracted because he is cute, but like feeling him like that. What happened?
You were right. I wasn't that attracted to him.
I find this 9-year-old video interesting for a couple of reasons. One, of course, is that they're recalling the way that they met, and this is an NFL player approaching a very beautiful young Holly Robinson, but she dismissed him as an NFL player who wanted to date her seriously. And of course, the other thing is that this is about the best love story that we're going to get in terms of black love. And this story is 30 years old.
When you first met, you weren't feeling him, not attracted because he is cute, but like feeling him like that. What happened?
You were right. I wasn't that attracted
You
to him.
was not?
No, because I met him, my girlfriend Leela Rashawn. Shout out to Leela. She introduced us, right? Every time we get in a fight or something, I call her, it's your damn fault. But anyway, no, so she took me to this little nightclub, and I was sitting with him. And you know how you know you're not checking for a brother when you eat in front of him?
Yes, we just talked
right?
about that.
It's like not cute eating, but he was cute, he was all right, but I wasn't really feeling the athlete thing, right? So I had some French fries, I was dousing it with hot sauce, and I was like, anyway, so, and that's how you know you're not really trying to, but he seemed to like that. Like that turned him on.
I loved it.
You did?
Yeah.
Why? Do tell. Because she wasn't just eating the salad and doing her little petite little thing. She was in it.
She was herself.
And then when she put the hot sauce on the fries, I said, I got me a spicy one. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's important to remember the timing of this particular proposal because it happened in the early 90s during the Black Love era, if you want to call it that, with Boyz II Men and that explosion of R&B songs singing about love and getting together and having kids and getting married and all of that stuff. And this is an NFL quarterback being self-deprecating, even here, 20 years after the proposal. And this is, again, the best that it gets.
And next year will mark your 30th year wedding anniversary?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Wow.
So how was Rodney on your proposal? What was that like?
Oh my gosh. Y'all, Rodney Peete.
Look at him.
Rodney Peete did the best proposal ever.
Bring it.
He came to me, he showed up at the set of Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Okay.
And if y'all remember this show,
yes, I do.
He walked in there looking like Denzel in a white suit. And he wasn't supposed to be there. He was in Dallas, Texas, playing for the Cowboys at that year. And he came in and surprised me, and it was a moment.
Of course, stars have star proposals, too, and here's one that took place on the set of Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rodney Peete, Holly's boyfriend.
That's NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, who's been dating series regular Holly Robinson. Holly had no idea that he was going to be there, or why.
Of course, in our modern dating environment, our knee-jerk reaction is to call this blue pill simping, and it is that. But that was 90s love. And it's a good example of not just the environment and how guys, quote-unquote, simp back then, but it's also a representation of how smooth black men can be when we put our minds to it. When we want to be romantic, when we want to sweep a woman off our feet, we can do this.
That's NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, who's been dating series regular Holly Robinson. Holly had no idea that he was going to be there, or why.
You know, they say a good woman is hard to find. And when you find one, you got to hold on to her. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I love you with all my heart.
tell, Rodney Peete.
Look at him.
Rodney Peete did the best proposal ever.
Baby, bring it.
He came to me, he showed up at the set of Hang with Mr. Cooper.
Okay.
And if y'all remember this show,
Yes, I do.
He walked in there looking like Denzel in a white suit. And he wasn't supposed to be there. He was in Dallas, Texas, playing for the Cowboys that year. And he came in and surprised me, and it was a moment.
This is so...
It was a moment. Look at you,
my
baby.
goodness.
All that hair you had.
I did have hair back then.
Sure did. Look, I couldn't even drop my purse. I was just like clutching the purse, and he gave me that ring, baby. I was like, woo.
I'm wooing for you. This is beautiful.
It was such a beautiful moment.
The reason why Clifton Powell was at that roundtable throwing a pure bitch fit for being called out for pushing 70 and just now learning what love is because in general, men are taught that loving themselves and giving love to others is optional. They are taught that in order to get where they want and what they want in life, they ain't got to do all of that. This is Patriarchy 101, Toots.
Videos like the previous one is one of a deluge of daily posts that we get reminding us that there's very little, if any at all, grace for black men in this modern environment. But you don't have to take my word for it.
We have a man who everybody hates. We hate him. His mama hate him. His family hate him. The white police hate him. The regular white men and white women hate him. This is a man who is hated by everyone. The only solace that God made for him was us. And when he comes to us and can't get any sanctuary at all, then he don't have no life. And then they win, because what they want to do is to destroy him and make us think that we are better than him, so that we will help the enemy destroy our own man that God gave to us. We have the best man on earth. Everybody want him. He looked better than everybody. He's stronger than everybody. He is the best, the wisest, and the most beautiful.
When you spend your time teaching boys and men that anything feminine is gay and bad, that their emotions don't matter, and to be selfish, that is how you get grown-ass men pushing 70, erectile dysfunction at an all-time high, health on a strict decline, finally learning what it means, one of the most basic things to learn in life, which is how to love others. That's how you get that.
What I find ironic about this rant is that if you were alive during the early 1990s of Boyz II Men, Shy, Jodeci, etc., this is so far from that reality that it's mystifying. But she has this idea that black men don't know how to love when black men are the center of R&B love music. I don't think that that's the problem. It's got to be something that has to do with maybe there aren't enough Holly Robinsons around to sing that love to, more than just not knowing how to love.
There are plenty of grown-ass men out there who have no idea how to love themselves or others, but they got that wife, they got the kids, they got the job and the money. They have all the things that make a man a man. Now they're dead inside, haven't felt an emotion and haven't cried in years, but they're men. They have the things that make them men now. Men do not have to know how to love themselves or others to get where they want to be in life. It is optional. So Clifton thought he was doing some spectacular, because he took on a challenge that most men opt out of and go their entire lives opting out of. So when he said got pushback, he got pissed because, whoa, you coming at me for a thing that I chose to take on to do that most men ain't doing. Where's my props? And before women think that we have it better, we don't, because women are taught in this society that to love is sacrificing all of who we are for others. No one's learning how to love healthily out here. We all have unlearning to do. Men are socialized to be selfish, to look at anything feminine as wrong, and to not care about their emotions, so I care about yours. And that's how we get grown-ass men knocking on death's door, just now learning what it means to love. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
They say a good woman is hard to find,
And when you find one, you gotta hold on to her. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
One thing it's important to understand about black men in the way we're socialized is that we are groomed to be pleasers. We are people that are supposed to hold in what we want from people, but we are supposed to give to people. And in a way, there are positives, but then as you can see here, there are negatives in that we will go to great lengths to be pleasers.
They say a good woman is hard to find. And when you find one, you gotta hold on to her. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
There are a couple of things to remember when you see this endless barrage of these young ladies on the internet talking about men, and more specifically black men don't know how to love themselves or other women. One, the marriage stats they're talking about, these men that don't know how to be emotionally available and all of that stuff, is coming from this generation of men. Men that were singing these kinds of songs and proposing in these kinds of ways. And those marriages are failing. And so anything coming after that is generations of guys that were raised with feminist teachers that were telling them how to deal with women. And so they're even softer. And of course, the other part is to remember that in this environment, black men specifically were the leaders in how to be romantic. And now that that's basically gone away, I think the young ladies are missing it. I think that this acting out behavior that we're seeing on a daily basis on social media is a cry for why aren't guys, and more specifically black men, giving us that anymore? Now, some people will say that this is a video about guys learning how to simp again, or how we can simp so that we can get women, but that's not the point of showing you this video. The point is, we as black men have this ability to be romantic in a way that other men just simply don't have. I mean, I hear guys here still singing 90s love songs, R&B songs, because they're so amazing. And so if you think that people around the world are taking notes and mimicking those songs, and the rise of K-pop is a testament to that, think about the generations of young ladies that look back at those songs of Boyz II Men and Shy and Jodeci, and they're wondering, why don't I have a Keith Sweat of this era? Where's my Johnny Gill? What happened to my New Edition singing about, I hope that he calls me tonight? Because, of course, enjoying all of this freedom of being with the men that you want to be with, that's one thing. But what happens when the emotion is just not there? And I honestly think that these young ladies of today are missing vitamin R. And that's vitamin romance, something that black men did aplenty before. But now, with a lack of Holly Robinsons, I think a generation of men are not seeing the need for being romantic, one, and a generation of women are missing the romance that they see on videos of the past. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you next video. Take care, guys.